Welcome back. We are the Jazz Mechanics, and welcome to Phil Nimmons in a Set. If you are not a fan, or that is you are new to being a fan of the big band world in Toronto, Ontario, perhaps you don't know the name, but everybody who knows anything about this music in this city knows the name Phil Nimmons. We lost Phil Nimmons a couple months ago. Made it to 100 years old. And for so many of us in this room, I don't need to say too many words because you know what he meant to this city and this music. That opening piece is one of our favorites. Some guys in the band, it was the ringtone for a while. That's actually true. That's called The Dorian Way. That featured Kevin Goss on the tenor sax, Merlin Williams on the guitar, Kevin Cody on the drums, Mark Dunn on the bass. And we are so very fortunate and happy. If you have not checked out the incredible work of the Nimmons Tribute Band, And the first album, the To the Nth album, Phil Nimmons' grandson, Mr. Sean Nimmons Patterson, subbing in with us on piano today. All right. If you know, you know. This tune is called Nafsikism. keep that going just a little longer for our special guest on clarinet, Mr. Ross Wooldridge. All right, as I said, that was called Nufsikism. That also featured Kurt Lund on the alto. And one of the coolest things about Phil's writing is he uses improv as a transition in form, which is so cool. And those of us who love these charts, one of the most interesting things, and the things that bass players kind of dig about it, is Mark got to play a couple like 8-bar solos as transition. So it's really cool. It's like a little breakdown, development section, and there's a bass solo improvising in the middle of it. It's very much a Phil staple and something that just, I think, is such an interesting, quirky thing. Yeah, so anybody figure it out? I know some of you know, but Nufsikism, what is it? That's right, if you read it backwards, his music is fun. He's still...
The Skeksis of the world untied.
We're gonna continue. Just don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Oh my goodness. We're gonna play. I think this is probably my favorite of Phil's compositions. This is called Lise. It was written for his wife Noreen. This was her middle name and one of his pet names for her. This is going to feature myself and Sean, and this is a very special song for this band. All of us who had a connection to Phil, this band actually, before I was part of it, when Jim Lewis was running this band, did a feature show with Phil, like up at the Rose Theater, and Phil came and guested with the band, and it was fantastic. We've got a long connection with him. So to be able to play these tunes that are both meaningful to the band, but we know were things that were sentimentally true to him, means a lot. And as I said, we're so incredibly touched that Sean is here hanging with us. So this is called Lise. Sean Newens. There's an overarching theme in so much of Phil's music. It is always infused with amazing optimism and positivity, and I didn't know the man well enough to know that there was nothing but happiness in his life. I'm sure there was a great deal of heartache. There was a great deal of living when it comes to getting a music career together through a huge amount of the 20th century that he was in the city making fantastic music. But it always amazes me how there's such joy and fun in so much of music, and even when it's beautiful. This next one was well known, especially if you were a CJRT listener back in the day, as Ted O'Reilly used this as his theme song, affectionately after the sign-off line, "Think nice thoughts." We are going to end our day today with two of the absolutely gorgeous, amazing movements of Phil's Atlantic Suite. So all this music we've been playing is from the really from the 70s and maybe the 9+6. There are some fantastic albums out there if you want to check out Phil's music. Please do so. You can find his music everywhere, including, as I mentioned earlier, Dave McMurdo's Jazz Orchestra, which did a fantastic recording of some of his music that hadn't been recorded too much, including that Lisa that we played. This Atlantic Suite, though, brings up a quick and awesome memory. I told you we haven't been here since January of 2020, right before that thing happened. It was such an amazing night because Holly very kindly, I kind of threw out to Phil that we were going to do all of his music down here, and we played the entire album of the Atlantic Suite. It was like our version of classic albums live. We did Phil Nimmons Atlantic Suite live, and Holly and Sean came down and brought Phil. And the cool thing about the story is I hadn't really told the band because it wasn't really a definite that he was going to come. And you guys walked in that door, and the band, it was like, yeah, it was like the Pope walking in the room. Everybody just went, is that him? Is that him? We had more fun that night than I think we've ever had on a stage. It was such a blast. Anyway, yeah. That was the last show that Phil attended before COVID happened. So this sort of feels, there's like some karma going on here, but there's a lovely sort of circular kind of idea of remembering Phil this way and on this day. So thank you to Sean and Holly for that day and for today being here. And thank you for all of you being here. We're going to play Islands and Tides. Islands is going to feature Ross and Sean on this beautiful ballad, the piece that really is, to me, Phil's greatest hit and such a beautiful example of his playing. And then I'm going to take you home with a really happy blues that is Tides from the Atlantic Suite. Thank you so much, guys. If you want to check out us some more, we play in the summers up near Brampton Way on the Thursday night concert series. If you want to come out and find the Jazz Mechanics, as David mentioned about the CD, please pick up a CD, take the band home with you. It's the better way to take the band home with you. Sure.
You don't have to feed them.
That's true. That's what I meant, George. That's what I meant. Here we go. Thank you, folks.
Don't feed them after midnight.
tune. How beautiful was that? Like, oh my God.
Last minute.
I figure it's not the job of the band leader to pat himself on the back, so I wanted to do a little bit of that. This is such an amazing group. I am so blessed to have been part of this band, more or less since about 1998. And every time we play here, it's such a fantastic experience because the Rex is such a great part of Toronto jazz history. This band is such a great part of GTA jazz history. And the fact that we're honoring Phil Nimmons, plus the legacy of the original band, just makes this like a perfect combination of everything. I just wanted to say really quickly, Andrew Jones, aside from being, he's a fantastic band leader. He's a dedicated educator. I've met so many former students of his that just worship the ground he walks on. He's just a terrific guy. He's the ultimate cheerleader for everybody in this band. And he's a hell of a trombone player and an amazing writer. So, shut up. And as well, the unofficial mayor of Brampton, David Harmsworth. The combination of these two people is what makes it possible for us to do what we do it to the best of our ability, and to get to do it for so many wonderful people. I've played so much lane music over the years, and it's such a thrill never to have to play lane music in this band. After the beautiful, tasteful solo that you just heard, I'm going to undo all of that now.
You want this, Dave? Yes. You only have 3 seconds.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention gentleman sitting at the bar, Steve Foster. Steve came to me, he was our drummer at the time we recorded this, and he came to me probably a good year ago now and said, hey, I was never really happy with the sound of that CD, and I got some time, would you like to remaster it? So we got behind it and said, yeah, absolutely. So if it wasn't for Steve, we wouldn't be doing this, because he really had the idea and followed through and did a great job remastering it. So thank you, Steve.
It's kind of fitting. Sean Nimmons is going to have the last statement of the night. Thank you so much, everybody. Drive safe. Have a happy summer. Thank you so much, everybody. Russ Woodrich, Sean Nimmons Patterson, and the Jazz Mechanics. Thank you so much, folks. Thanks for coming out.